Hey everyone, today's video is day 5, complements and supplements. So today we're going to talk about using two different theorems, which make doing some problems really a whole lot shorter. So the first theorem is if two angles are complements of the same angle, then they are congruent. And the second one is if two angles are congruent, then they have complements that are congruent. So what we want to do with these is we can use these to help us prove angles are congruent. So in number 1, we have angle 1 and angle x are complementary. 2 and angle x are complementary. And I want to prove that angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. Well, to prove that angle 1 is congruent to angle 2, we can use our first theorem up here, which says if two angles are complements of the same angle, then they are congruent. So this proof right here really is just step number 2. It says angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. And our reason is if two angles are complements of the same angle, they are congruent. And I'm done. That shows us that this theorem makes that a lot easier because before we would have had to say angle 1 plus angle x equals 90, 2 plus x equals 90, substitute, subtraction, and we can just go straight there. So now if we look at example 2, we know that AC and BE are perpendicular. So I like to read that right there in my diagram and make a note that it's right angle. And I will come down here and say sometimes the AB is right angle. So angle ABE is right. And we know that angle EBC is right. Notice I haven't even really read what I'm doing. I just took the given and filled it in. And my reason there is definition of perpendicular. Then I know that FBE is congruent to EBD. When I'm reading different angles, I like to color code. So FBE is congruent to EBD. So these two angles right here are congruent. And then I want to prove that ABF and DBC are congruent. So what I know that FBE and ABF add to be ABE. So I can say that. So I can say that angle ABF plus angle FBE equals angle AB. And I know that angle EBD plus angle DBC equals angle EBC. And that's angle addition. We learned that previously. And then I can say that angle ABF and angle FBE equal 90 degrees, and angle EBD plus angle DBC equals 90 degrees. And that's substitution, because I knew in step 2 that it was a right angle or that it equals 90. And now I know that ABF and FBE are complements, and angle EBD and angle DBC are complements. That's definition of complementary. And then I can use my second theorem up there, which is that angle ABF is congruent. Make sure I'm doing the right angles. DBC, because if two angles congruent, their complements are congruent. Instead of there, I should say the, plus I spelled there wrong. The complements are congruent. And now we have something very, very similar, exactly the same thing, except for its supplements. So instead of it adding to be 90, it equals 180. Okay, and that's actually the end of our video for today. So please watch this and begin the Go formative on the complementary supplementary classwork.